Alright guys, it's been a long time coming, it's been a long day, but we're finally here at the dyno. We got the wide body strapped down, ready to go. It's not going to be a crazy number. This is going to be a fun built daily driver. That's what we're going for here. Nothing crazy as far as horsepower numbers, but something that's really fun to drive on the street. So let's get this thing bass tuned real quick and then start laying down some sauce. It's not going to be a number that breaks the internet, but it's got to start somewhere, you know?
Same, man, it's all good. The high power cars suck anyway, so whatever.
So first pull, base map, just sub 300, 290-ish. Not too shabby on a base map. Alright, so here we are. We just came to... Oh, that's right, he printed this one out at 350. Here we go. 358.2. Fun, you know, so we got almost a... Definitely got a 500 horsepower engine. Oh, look at this. Nice and smooth. Good torque curve and then stays. No dips in air fuel. Nice fat curve. Plenty of margin for error. And boost just comes on, boom, doesn't fall off or nothing. So this right here, you're gonna see numbers way higher than this, absolutely. But with budget in mind and next ownership in mind, this is just a really fun car to drive. And that's what we're looking for. Well, good morning, folks. It was a late night at the dyno last night. Now, that's not a sign of anything ominous. Some of us strapping a car down to the dyno at 9, 10 o'clock at night is just going on hour 14 of the workday. So this thing actually performed great. It did not turn into a typical dyno session becomes IAG session when you're trying to figure out a problem that's running or a problem that's happening. So everything went flawless. Let's just talk about the dyno numbers and the plan for this car, because I know a lot of you people, I know a lot of people just want to see crazy dyno numbers, but this car was built for a purpose. So we started off with just a baseline. This thing we put together, we had a base tune from our tuner, you know, pretty well dialed in so we can get all the drivability problems and factors worked out. So when we got to the dyno, it was basically just seeing what we could put on it for sauce and get as much out of it as we could. We really had all the kinks already worked out. So first pull, just a baseline run, kind of see where we're at, check everything all out. Started to increase the revs a little bit, throw some boost at it and a couple degrees of timing. Then we found a spot where we actually overran the math and we start to lean out. So we had to switch over at a certain point to speed density. Tuner talked to me about that. It was pretty cool, you know, how they switch it and where and whatnot, and got that all worked out, and we were able to do some smooth pulls all the way to the end. And then finally, he basically says, hey, you know, we're at a number and we can go a couple degrees more and we can, you know, push a little bit more out of it. What do you want to do? That's when it really comes down to what this car is about. This car is about driving it, dailying it, being able to get in it and go wherever you need to go. Don't want to have a crazy harsh clutch. Don't want to have it like stupid loud where you can't hear anything. Still want to be able to retain AC, audio, all that other stuff. Like, we want to have a fun daily driving car. This isn't made for crazy pulls down the highway or down the drag strip. This is made for stoplight to stoplight when you're driving it in under normal conditions, and we want it to be fun and responsive at that. So we left it at 360 wheel horsepower with this setup, with this turbo fuel. Like, we have everything to reach far more than that. Turbo is not even close to being maxed out. We got plenty of fuel. Intake air temps are going to be the biggest problem. We retained the top mount intercooler because quick spool, again, good for the street, fun to drive. Power's right there. That's a little bit of a restriction as far as power to the wheels, but it was a sacrifice for us that we didn't mind making because it makes it a little bit more fun to drive. Yes, we did not put down crazy numbers in this car. It is not going to break the internet, but it is also not going to break itself. Everything is well within the limits. Nothing is being stressed out. Block can handle way more than that. Turbo fuel, everything. We've got a couple degrees of timing that we could still throw at it, but it basically acts as a safeguard for whoever might purchase said vehicle and they're driving it, not really paying attention to maybe how hot it is outside or the humidity or the fact that they've been driving it for 45 minutes and it's heat soaked and they can't just go race every car they see down the street. So it's a safety net, so that way this car can maintain its drivability status, be fun to drive, and reliable to drive. So I'm gonna go start my nice hot work day, so that's where I'm gonna leave this one. Last stop for this thing now, just the body shop. We got a couple little odds and ends to fix on, like see the lower side skirt, a couple of scratches and buffs, and some PDR and some stuff to happen. Very minor, just kind of get the car fitment wise as far as the flares and the bodywork perfect. And then this thing is ready to go. I think we're close. We're real close. So next time you see this bodywork, it'll still look all nice and shiny and clean and ready to go. Till then, see you later.